Kite flying is an Afghan national pastime. During the Taliban years, it was banned. Today, it's back with a vengeance. The rules are simple, but this being Afghanistan, the game has a brutal edge. The strings are coated with a mixture of glue and crushed glass. The aim is to use your string to cut down other kites. The flyers are joined by runners. They chase to retrieve the fallen kites. And at the end of a long day, the last kite in the air and the runners who have collected the most fallen kites are the victors. Kite flying offers rare moments of pure, unguarded fun in a country where that is too often in short supply.
We girls stay indoors. We are working at home with our mothers. It's hard for the boys. They have to go work outside. It is cold out. They are poor and they are working outside. The life of women and children is not good here. It's bad. If their father or husband dies, then they have to come to the street and beg. If I become an adult and I have children, I want my children to have a good life. And if I have daughters, then I want them to go to school and be educated.
The Afghan capital city, Kabul, is bursting at the seams. Unemployment nationally is over 50%. And as people teem into the city looking for work, Kabul's population has swelled to an estimated 2 million. But there's still no reliable electricity network or sewage system. And life outside the capital, although beautiful, is unforgiving. 2/3 of Afghanistan is uninhabitable mountain or desert. In summer, temperatures are intensely hot. In the long winter months, they plunge way below freezing. Across Afghanistan, thousands of children are growing up in orphanages, like this one in the town of Charikor. The town was on the former front line between Taliban and Northern Alliance forces in 2001. Not all of the children here are orphans. Some have been left by families too poor to keep them. Tell me about life for the children here in the orphanage.
War has affected us in a way that made our lives horrible, and we lost our parents. We became orphans. We do not like war. We have enough of war in Afghanistan.
It was war. We were trapped in the house, but we were hungry. My dad said that he would go to the market and find some food for us. When he left the house, he was shot by the Taliban. He died on the spot. My mother found out, and she went outside to bring his body back, but she was also shot. So both of them died.
We were at home. A rocket hit our house. It killed my parents. My uncle came. We took the dead bodies and we buried them. But my uncle said he couldn't keep me. And then my uncle said that he will bring me to the orphanage.
Everybody was running away. It was wartime. My father was killed by the Taliban. and my family became so miserable and poor. And that was why my family sent me here. My father was shot in his forehead by the Taliban. They killed him.
Do you remember your father?
My father was a good man. His name was Muhsin, and he had a good life with my mom, and we had a good life all together as a family. When he was killed, we were left all alone. My mother cannot afford to feed me, so she brought me here, and now she visits me every week.
My father was a good man. He never attacked anybody or hurt anyone's family. He tried to help people as much as he could. The war has affected our lives, of course. That's why children in this country don't know anything. The Taliban destroyed schools. There were schools and mosques, but the Taliban even attacked the mosques and burned them. Some people do not want children to be educated. I remember what my father said to me. He said, "I will die one day, my son, and it will be before you die. But try to study. Try not to attack anybody or hurt anybody. Do not steal, and be a good person. Keep praying to God. Keep worshipping Him, and pray for me after I die."
If there is no war, I would not be here. I would be with my mom and dad. And my dad would have worked. And he would have brought things home for us, like oil, flour, and bread. And my mom would have cooked for us. And I would have stayed with them. I think we would have had a good life.
I want to become something or somebody in the future. I want to be somebody who will be able to represent my father. My father lit a light inside me like a candle. I want to keep that light burning.
Deprived of their families, life for children in the orphanage is harsh and frugal. But unlike many others across Afghanistan, the children here do have a daily hot meal and a bed to sleep in. By Afghan standards, that makes them the lucky ones.